Guys, you know, I can't believe how fast 20 years went by. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And, you know, to be standing here at center court with you guys, my teammates behind me, and appreciating all this, you know, the journey that we've been on. You know, we've been through our ups and been through our downs. No words can describe how I feel about you guys. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. God, I love you guys. And I love you guys. And to my family, my wife Vanessa, our daughters Natalia and Gianna, you know, thank you guys for all your sacrifice. You know, for all the hours I spent in the gym working and training. And Vanessa, you holding down the family the way that you have. I can't, there's no way that I can thank you enough for that. So, yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And what can I say? Mamba out.
On January 26, 2020, Kobe Bryant, alongside 8 others, one of them being his daughter Gianna, were tragically taken from us in a horrible helicopter crash. The others were friends of Kobe and Gianna. The following were Alyssa Altobelli, John Altobelli, Carrie Altobelli, Peyton Chester, Sarah Chester, Christina Mauser, and Ara Zobayan. Gianna was about to carry the Bryant legacy, as she was a basketball player in the Mamba Academy before the crash. The NBA nation and many fans were devastated by this horrible tragedy, as it left a hole in their hearts that's hard to fill. I have little brothers who have watched basketball since they were 5 or 7 years old, and they love watching the games every time they were put on TV. I remember seeing them play basketball while the games were on at home with their little basketball court that they bought from Toys R Us. I know people have their own opinions regarding Kobe and his past, but the remainder of his life was very inspiring to me. I remember seeing a commercial where he wanted us to help the homeless and how he has done a lot for the community and charities such as Make-A-Wish and the Mamba Academy. A couple days after he died, Kobe would dine in a Mexican restaurant at Fullerton as a regular person. In a way, he lived his life and did a lot for his family and the community, which is something very inspiring to me. Today, I will demonstrate and try to remember the day when I almost talked to Kobe Bryant. I almost met him but with the Laker fans, it's hard to get by because of how much they loved and appreciated Kobe so much.
Kobe, 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 Kobe.
What's all the creative process like from the very beginning of coming up with the ideas? I always sit at home and I'll kick around different ideas, you know, different story concepts or, you know, different lines and things like that.
Hello everybody, this is Delster, and I am at Atlanta and Harbor Boulevard here in Costa Mesa. And you're probably wondering why I'm here. Well, I was supposed to film at Orange Coast College, but you have to be a student in order to be in that location or authorized, so unfortunately I can't record while I'm at the campus, or else I could get in trouble, and I don't want to cause any trouble. So I'm right over here in Harbor Boulevard and Atlanta recording. So the reason why I decided to do this was because I have a book out right now. It's on Amazon Kindle. It's called A Dreamer Breaking Barriers. And the reason why I'm talking about the death of Kobe Bryant and everything that has happened is because I recently almost met Kobe Bryant on this area in October 2019. So 4 months before he had tragically passed. But the reason why I'm talking about it now is because around this time on Saturday, the day before the event on Sunday, I I found out that he was gonna be at Orange Coast College. One of the reasons why I went to the book festival was because I wanted to get pointers on how to do things and how I needed to publish my book because I had no idea what I was doing at the time in 2019. And then I found out he was gonna be here on Sunday, and I have a brother who's like a huge Kobe Bryant fan. Isn't that right, Kobe? Oh, he disappeared. Oh, he's right here. Yeah, that's my brother's, by the way. But yeah, the reason why I came over here in 2019 was to get help on how to edit, how to look for a publisher, everything on how to do a book. And also because my brother's a huge fan of Kobe Bryant. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to come because he had work. So I decided to come for him and get an autograph, a signed book or something. But I tried to, if I would have met him, I would have tried to let him sign my diary instead. Because at the time, I was having financial issues with having a job and everything. But as of today, I'm doing a lot better financially, a little, not as much, but a little. And when I went to the festival, I honestly was a bit scared because it was a children's festival, a book festival for children. And also, I didn't hate basketball. I love playing the sport. It's just that when it comes to doing stuff related to basketball, I don't know anything about it. So I went to the festival by myself and tried to get an autograph. But unfortunately, I did not get an autograph because I was already late. I didn't know nothing, and it was just so last minute. So basically, what happened was that I found out on Saturday through social media. I can't remember if it was Facebook or an internet page, but I found out that Kobe was going to be at the Orange Coast College. So for a festival, releasing his book, and because I was having a book coming out, I thought it would be a good idea to come over here in order to get some help with how do I get an editor, how do I get it published, how to everything. So I came all the way from the bus, and it was a really long journey, just a lot of traffic. And once I went to the book festival, it was called the Children's Book Festival. It was a very fun experience. I got to meet some people in costumes. Like there was this group of people who dressed up as stormtroopers from Star Wars and Darth Vader. And the Darth Vader guy, he pointed to me, and I was like, "Oh my God!" He pointed to me, and pretty much the entire time I was trying to look for Kobe Bryant's booth in order to get a signature, but I couldn't find it, and I just kept going on and on, like around the entire festival, just looking for him, just trying to find something, but I couldn't find anything. The only thing I managed to find was just like the Scholastic books, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you are fans of Scholastic. I know I am. When I was younger. So I went all around, and then I finally decided to ask people, "Hey, do you know where Kobe Bryant's gonna be at?" And they told me, "No, we don't know." And I usually don't ask for help because I get really shy, and I still am a little. So after that, after circling and getting help, I managed to go on stage, see the stage. I didn't go on the stage, but I saw a stage, and I found out that Kobe was going to be interviewed for his new book. And yeah, he was getting interviewed, and he was talking about how one of his daughters was an influence to why he wrote the book. I don't know if it was Gianna or it was Natalia, his oldest daughter, but I do remember him saying something about one of his oldest daughters being an influence to why he wrote the book and everything. Yeah, sorry, I had to change angles. So when I saw him on stage, he was promoting his book, and his mic went off, and I was like, oh man. But he managed to get it on, and a lot of people were like, Kobe, Kobe. And I definitely try not to be in the way of people, because I know that his fans are like very serious about him. And so that's why I also did not get as much footage as I wanted to, because I didn't want to go in the way of his fans. I know there were some kids, and I didn't want to ruin their experience either. So he seemed like a really nice guy, personally. Like, honestly thought he was like one of those celebrities where they're very stuck up and everything, but he seemed really nice. He really loved his daughters. He kept, while he was interviewed, he just kept on and on about his daughters, and it just showed to me how much he really loved them, and all that stuff, and it was kind of fun, an event. I just wish I hadn't gotten angry, but the reason why I got angry was that apparently you have to get a wristband in order to meet him and for him to sign the book, and I didn't. But I tried to find a way to sneak in and try to get an autograph for my brother, because he's a huge Kobe Bryant fan. He has like the Kobe Bryant NBA 2K17 poster in his room. He has a towel of the Lakers. He has the Kobe Bryant jerseys. He has a refrigerator magnet of Kobe Bryant. Pretty much everything Kobe Bryant and Lakers related, which is why I wanted to come, mostly because I know that when it comes to meeting celebrities, you really have to try to make sure you, like, influences, for example, like say you're influenced by I don't know, Barack Obama. I mean, you would definitely want to see him, because, like, he's getting older, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And the reason why is because over the years I saw a lot of celebrities. Some of my favorite celebrities who've been like influences, whether they're musicians or authors of some sort, and unfortunately they passed, and it's hard. So I could have met Kobe Bryant, but because it was last minute and I didn't know what I was doing, I did not have the chance to do so. But I did what I could. I felt bad because I really wanted to give that signature to my brother, because he really likes the Lakers. And, my dad always talked about wanting to bring my brothers to the NBA games. But, because of money and all that other stuff going on, it wasn't possible. And, yeah, like, once I left the book festival, I wasn't able to get what I needed. Like, I didn't find any editors or publishers. It was basically targeted for kids, which I could understand why, because it's for kids. But it was a really fun event, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought so too. And I wish I could have known better and would have gotten a wristband so I could get a signature for my brother. Or maybe he would have come, but I mean, I guess that's just how it is. And so once I was done, I took an Uber to go to Target afterwards. And I remember the Uber driver was telling me, "So, how was your day?" And I said, "Oh, I almost got a chance to meet Kobe Bryant." And she's like, "What? No way." Yeah, so it was pretty amazing how many people still liked Kobe back then before he had passed. But, I mean, it is what it is. The day it happened, it was very tragic. I remember I was eating chocolate in the morning, and I follow this YouTuber on Instagram named FaZe Rug, and he posted like a story where he got an article from TMZ saying that Kobe unfortunately had died, and I was like, what? No, and he put that say it and it ain't so, and it was like a minute or two, and I was pretty shocked. So me and my other brother, we were trying to find out if it's confirmed or if it's legit, because TMZ they have a tendency to lie, and we were scared, and then a couple minutes later it was confirmed that he did in fact die. And we called my brother because we just wanted to make sure he was okay after we found out the sudden news. It was very shocking, but afterward I went to go to the bank to get some money, and then I went to Carl's Jr. to eat some burgers, and then I stayed at a Starbucks for a while just thinking, wow, I just can't believe he's gone. And then while I was sitting at the Starbucks just drinking my frappuccino and just trying to like not be so depressed over it, I basically found out that while I was sitting drinking, I found out that his daughter also died. Gianna, his second daughter, has unfortunately died in the helicopter crash too. So that was really shocking, and also other people too, the Altobelli family. So basically, like 6, 7 people died, and to me that's like not good. It was very tragic because not only Gianna, but some of her friends from the basketball team, they were heading towards Black the Mamba Academy, the Black Mamba Academy in Thousand Oaks in order to do a basketball tournament. But unfortunately, she and some of her teammates died, and they were young. They weren't that old. And it's really tragic to see something like that happen. And yeah, it was when I came around here I was at the Starbucks in Atlanta Avenue and Magnolia Avenue no wait, not Atlanta, I'm sorry. Adams, yeah. Adams Avenue and Magnolia Avenue in Huntington Beach. And if I would have taken the bus at Adams to go over here in Harbor and then walk to Orange Coast College, it would have been the same college that I met. It's the same place where I just met Kobe 4 months ago. And even though I never got to see him face to face, it was really shocking because it was him and his daughter and other parents and their daughter's kids that died in the helicopter crash. Like, it's really tragic. And coming here, every time I come over here, I can't stop thinking about, I just saw Kobe in October of 2019 at a festival in Costa Mesa in Adams and Harbor. Every time I go by Adams and Magnolia, it's just really shocking, it shows you just how much like life is so precious, and you can't mess with it, or you can't like you have to take it like not too serious, but kind of like you can't hold so much grudge, which I'm trying to learn to this day too. And it was really hard on my brother because he was studying, he was in Merced while he found out about the news, and it was really tragic. But on August 24th, which is considered Kobe Bryant Day, I gave my brother this cute little Funko for Kobe Bryant Day because I know my brother, he loves Kobe Bryant, and I really felt bad. Coming from a person who isn't really into basketball and NBA that much, to me it really impacted me because I just saw him and he seemed like a really nice guy. But after he died, I found out more stuff about him. Like he was a huge. I remember that commercial in the ABC channel, where he wanted to promote and raise awareness. No, he wanted to raise awareness about the homeless population in LA, how Los Angeles is his home, because of course he's in the Lakers, and it was really sad. Like, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to like talk about it because my I every day when I was in my childhood, I would see my brothers play with their little basketball court, and my brothers, they're like, I'm gonna be an NBA basketball player, and now they're all grown up and they changed their dreams, and now I remember them watching NBA all the time on TV, all the basketball games. My brother cheering for Kobe and the Lakers to win, even though it was a hard time for them. I remember because they had a losing streak, and just God, it's really sad, When it happened, I didn't cry, but it really brought me to like wanting to get some tears out, but I didn't do it. It was To this day, it's still such a tragic event, and I would never wish that upon my enemies, no matter how much I hate them. No one should die that tragically. Even if they're jerks to you, they should not die like that. No one should have to die in a hot helicopter crash. But meeting Kobe, and finding out more information that he wanted to help kids and do all this charity work, and also like wanting to raise awareness about homelessness going on in LA, it's like, dang. Like, I've heard a lot of things on the news where people say some things about certain celebrities, and you end up thinking it's true, but apparently not all of it is true. And it just made me think, well, like, wow, maybe Kobe's not a bad person as people say on the TV. And he also learned Spanish because of his wife, which is pretty cool. Like, not a lot of people want to learn Spanish. They just think it's just a language. It's not important, but it is really important. And I hope and pray for their family. I might not be too religious, and I know you guys might not be religious as I am, but I hope and pray that Vanessa, her kids Natalia, Bianca, and Capri, they're doing okay, along with the Lakers players as well. Anyone impacted by this event, especially the people that died in the other people that died in the helicopter crash, which is why I wanted to go to Orange Coast, to pay tribute to them, but I couldn't, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to because I didn't want to disrespect. If I'm gonna film something, I'd rather just film something and be sure that I'm not gonna cause trouble, because I don't want to make a bad rep for myself and the place where I'm filming at. But that's pretty much it. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. My experience, like, while I was writing my book, I was trying to get help, and almost coming face to face with Kobe and meeting him. That's something that I'll cherish to this day. And even though he's gone, he left behind a legacy, not just in basketball, but also wanting to help the community. And that's what I want to do too. I think it's fun and I think it's interesting because if I ever die, and I hope it doesn't happen this year or next year, I want to leave behind a legacy where people will remember me as a kind, caring, and loving person who's willing to devote themselves to help other people, both mentally and physically and emotionally, because no one should have to feel lonely. No one should feel hopeless. Everyone should be in peace together, wanting to hold hands and sing to each other and, make a happy world. I know our world's not fun, but we should at least try to get better. Isn't that right, Kobe? Yeah, I know. But that was my experience of almost coming face to face with Kobe Bryant. And I'm sorry I had to film in this location. I really wanted to film at Orange Coast College just to get the vibe and nostalgia. But, they don't want anyone allowed other than their students, so I have to respect that. And that's pretty much it. So if you have anything, comment, like, subscribe, and or whatever you guys want me to do. And after this video, I'll show like my videos of Kobe at the children's book festival, and just tributes from him from the LA convention too. So this is Dalster, and I'll see you later.
What can I say? Mamba out.